Hey lovelies, and welcome to today's video. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I am recovering from a cold / allergies, so I apologize if I sound a little bit froggy, but it kind of correlates with today's video. Today I'm going to be sharing all of my must-haves for tackling sick toddlers. Before I go any further into the video, I will say I am not a professional. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a studied, licensed anything really. So anything that I show you guys in today's video is purely a recommendation based off of my own experience and is definitely something that you would want to discuss with a licensed professional before you applied it to your own lives. Even though it is middle of April, Kala and I have still been getting sick on the regular, and every time we go to her pediatrician, her doctor is always like, well, hopefully it's getting towards the end of cold and flu season. So I wanted to make this video so I could share any tips and tricks that I've used along the way, because you guys, we've been sick so many times since like mid-November of 2018. It's ridiculous how many times we've been sick. So whenever Kala got sick, I always went to Dr. Google and I tried to figure out anything else I could do to help her get through her cold or her sickness, whatever it is. Because quite honestly, one of the worst things in the entire world is seeing your kid sick and all you want to do is make it all better. I apologize if I'm a bit shiny and out of breath. I'm actually also filming a nap time quick power hour cleaning video. I finished about half of it already and I'm going to do the other half after this video. That's going to be the next video that's also posted on my channel as well. So if you guys have not hit the subscribe button down below, definitely do that before you leave so you can keep up with everything that we have upcoming content wise, and hit that bell notification so you know when that video goes live this week. So let's get into the video. I'm not going to mention things like children's or infants Tylenol or children's or infants Advil, just because I feel like that's something your pediatrician probably talks to you about on the regular, and that's not necessarily a tip, trick, or hack. So obviously those are ideas you can talk to your pediatrician about. The first thing we're going to talk about are thermometers. I hear this question all over online, everywhere, people talking about the best thermometer for your kiddo. And according to one of her pediatricians, just a simple thermometer will do. So this one we picked up from Target. I don't even know the brand, but it was like $8, which to me sounded crazy. But you can get just like a regular old digital thermometer that goes under their arm or under their tongue, pretty much anywhere. And this is going to be your most reliable. Now I do get confused. I get a lot of different information and different opinions about if you do it under your arm, do you have to add a degree? Or if you do it on your tongue, you don't have to add I don't know. So that's something I need to double check and verify with my pediatrician. It's something that they bring up sometimes, but not all the time. So I don't know. I think it's really hard to get a completely accurate temperature is what I'm finding out, I guess. The other one that Cal has actually really liked to use herself is this Kinza one. And this is an ear thermometer. She didn't used to like this at all. As time has gone on and we've allowed her to try it out herself, she actually really easily now lets us take her temperature. And this comes in handy, especially when you have littles that like won't sit still for something like this. And I kind of also use them as a gauge. So depending on what this says versus what this says, then I kind of have like an average, if you will, of temperatures. Next, I'm going to talk about different over-the-counter types of medicines that, again, you can talk to your pediatrician if are okay for your child. Kala is almost 2 years old, and once they hit 2, I noticed a huge increase in the amount of options that you have for giving to your child when they're sick. And since she is so close to 2, I talk to my pediatrician every time, and they recommend either kind of an amended dose, or they say it is okay since she's already so close to 2. And obviously a lot of that is a personal decision between you and your pediatrician. So if they do end up going on an antibiotic, I know that this is really common, but just in case you haven't heard it already, when they're on an antibiotic, it's important to have them also doing a probiotic. These are amazing. Let's see, they're called Children's Probiotic Packets. They're the Up and Up brand, so they're a little bit cheaper because they're the store brand from Target. And all they are is a let's see, I don't even think this one has a flavor. The brand name I think is flavored like citrus, but these are just little packets that you can add to like their water, their juice, their milk, and it gets them their serving of probiotics. And the pediatrician and the pharmacy office told me that you should give it within or after 2 hours of the last dose of the antibiotic. And this is just 1 stick a day. So super easy to add in, and it helps like their gut health, because a lot of times the antibiotics that they're on are like really attacking some of the healthy gut flora. And so to kind of help them with symptoms that kind of come from that, probiotics are the way to go. Next, I give her Zarbee's. So just recently we switched to the children's Zarbee's. They do have an infant Zarbee's, and they have so many different kinds of Zarbee's things, but I specifically buy the cough syrup and mucus, and now that she's almost 2, we're bumping up to the one that's for daytime, and then also the one for nighttime. Some of the worst parts of your kid being sick are when they can't sleep at night. So kind of getting to that point where maybe we can help her do something to get better sleep is amazing. Speaking of getting better sleep, the next few things I'm going to talk about are specifically geared towards that. So listen up, because maybe this is the most important part. So even when Kala is sick, we like to do a bath, probably not as frequent as we usually do, and we don't do anything like washing her hair, any type of like something that's going to really cool down her entire core temperature and make her like shiver in the tub. That's not what we're doing. But the bath is actually an opportunity for you to kind of add in some soothing additives, and one of those is this Shea Moisture Manuka Honey and Providence Lavender Baby Nighttime Soothing Shampoo and Bath Milk. Looks like this. So I don't actually use this as a shampoo. I just use it as a bath milk, and I for sure add it to her bath anytime she's sick. Secondly, I just recently found this. They're called Frida Baby Breathe Frida Natural Vapor Bath Bombs. Again, this says 2+ years. So like I've said throughout this entire video, all of these things you need to kind of consult yourself and your pediatrician on whether or not it's something you can apply to your situation. There we go. And it just says soothing bath vapors for cold and flu for comfort, all natural, fizzing fun. And Kala does actually have fun with these. She kind of thinks it's cool to like hold it while it's dissolving and watch it kind of float around. And then it doesn't actually put off very much of a potent scent. It says it's using eucalyptus and lavender, but I did notice like when she was in some of her sickest times, we were using these in the bath, and we really noticed a difference in specifically how quickly and better she was able to sleep at night. Before she goes to sleep, we also add the Zarbee's Baby Soothing Chest Rub. This actually it says for infants 2+ months, 2 months plus. So again, you know, maybe something you could use for a younger child after you've checked with your pediatrician. And Kala actually really likes to put this on. I know that there's Vicks Baby, but I've read so many controversial things about Vicks. It kind of makes me not want to use it. So I found this, and it's not maybe quite as potent, but it does help when I put it on her chest, or you can put it on their back or their feet, I think is what they recommend. And I notice a difference when she's using this so that she can sleep better as well. Most of these things I keep in this little elephant that's in her room. So I kind of have like a hub area. So when she's sick, I know like where exactly to go to get something if I need it really quickly. So I keep almost everything in here except for the bath bombs, the bath stuff, and the medicine. But like the chest rub. And then the next thing I'm going to show you is the nose Frida. I mean, if you don't have a nose Frida, are you really momming? I know a lot of people think that this is so gross. And I did for maybe the first month of her life, and then after that you're a mom, and like you see everything that's so gross all the time, and then you're like, who cares? The tip that I heard from our pediatrician is actually to use it with saline drops. So I bought this Little Remedies saline spray / drops. And right before like bed, or if she's super congested, I will add a couple drops really quickly to each nose, let it sit for maybe 30 seconds. And then there's a huge difference in the amount of mucus that can be loosened up and sucked out to relieve them of, you know, major congestion times. One other thing that I will mention that we never actually picked up because we had some of the items already is something from the Frida Baby brand called the Breathe Easy Kit. And I will try to find, again, a picture of it so I can post it right here for you guys. But it comes with nose wipes, which are really helpful. Like if you, we use Boogie wipes a lot of the time, so if you guys are familiar with them, I know they're pretty popular just for everyday wiping nose. But if you as an adult can think of, like, if you're congested and you're rubbing your nose over and over and over again with just a regular old Kleenex, how hard that kind of is and how irritated your nose can get. So having those specific, like, special wipes for their nose is really nice and makes like wiping their nose repetitively 1,000 times a day not as horrific. It comes with a chest balm, which I think is the same thing as what I showed you in this tube, the soothing chest rub. It might be a little bit different, but we basically already had that. And then the last thing that I thought was really interesting is they have an essential oil, a Breathe Frida essential oil. And I think it's basically these bath bombs, but in an essential oil. So it's like the same concept. And they recommend you can put it in their humidifier. The day that I found out about this, we were kind of on the tail end of Calla's most recent sickness, so I didn't get it, but I will for sure pick this up from Target or from Amazon if I can find it on there the next time Calla gets sick, because it sounds like amazing. So that's also something you guys should check out. I don't have it with me because it's actually on in Calla's room right now, but a humidifier is a huge game changer for us as well. I will try to add a picture of the one that we use here if I can find it on Amazon or online, so you guys can see the specific one. And we do strictly use distilled water in it. I know sometimes people just use regular tap water, and every time we've done that, we've completely ruined the entire humidifier. It's gunked up, it's disgusting, and we have to get a new one. So spending the extra $1 on a gallon of distilled water to use in it is totally worth it, in my opinion. And then I think the last thing that I would say was a really key in a lot of our times with Calla being sick is the owlette. We don't actually have her using it anymore because now that she's almost 2, she's kind of basically grown out of it, and a lot of people stop using it a lot longer, or way before 2 years old. But I really felt like a peace of mind when she was wearing it at night. In general, you feel a better peace of mind when they're wearing it, so especially when she was sick. Everything that I can find that we talked about today, I will link below for you guys, so you can just easily go to the description box and click on it and see more for yourself. That is going to be it for today's video. My battery is blinking at me, so woohoo for getting the video done before having to change my battery. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know down below if there's anything else that you guys are like super dependent on when your kid gets sick. I know a lot of people really enjoy reading the comments and would love to have any additional advice that you found really helps your family over the years. So be sure to leave that comment down below before you leave, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and you feel like it's going to be useful to you and your family the next time your kid gets sick. Don't forget to subscribe. Like I said earlier, I'd love to have you as a regular Sykes fam subscriber, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.